everyone. Um, Thank you all for watching this. Means a lot. Going and saying my testimony to people is a huge thing for me because, I've never done this before. And, it's a lot of personal things. So just want to say thank you. Means the world to me, that you want to hear my story. So, alright, well, first, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Deanna, and I guess I'll start out. Most people kind of have this connection with Christ because maybe, I don't know, their parents are like, they have a good relationship with God, or, they've been in church since they were younger, or, you know what I mean, they were kind of forced into religion, and it's kind of different for me. I went through a series of crazy events that looking back on, God carried me through. I man, without God in my life, there's no way I would have been able to be here and telling you my story. My dad, I never really saw him growing up. He was always at work, providing for the family, and so I was away on business. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She was so in touch with the Lord, and she's so faithful to God, and but she never pushed religion on me. I think she knew that I had to come to Christ myself and kind of learn and dwell on His Word for myself in order to really grow spiritually with Him. But growing up, I never really knew God. I never knew Him. I knew of Him, but I didn't know Him. Man, it's so, it's so hard to talk about things that have happened to you in your life. It's crazy what I've been through, and talking about it is like so surreal to me. It's like, I can't believe I went through all this, and like where I'm at now. Like, my faith in God is so strong, like, and I'm only gonna keep growing. I love it. Like, I love God. I just, He melts my heart. But 4 years ago, I don't know if you all saw my Twitter, but my dad's not doing too good right now. He suffered from a massive stroke 4 years ago, and he lost all of his movement in his body. He was paralyzed. Couldn't speak. He lost all of his reading, writing skills, and obviously his ability to talk. So that was the first thing that I had to deal with growing up, But I remember not one time did my mom cry around me. Gosh, like, she's such a strong woman. It's unreal. It's unreal. I love her so much. I watched my dad grow, go backwards, go forwards, go backwards, go forwards, but never come to God, the person that could heal him. So now, as I'm growing in faith, it's like he's like pushing God away. He's like, I don't know, but so that was the first thing, terrifying. He still hasn't gained all of his. He still can't read or write a lot. But I'm so thankful that he's here with me. I don't know how much longer. Sad as that is, I just pray every day for him. I pray every day that he comes to God, because there's nothing more that I want is to see my father in heaven. He's such a good guy, and I just wish that he understood and processed, but you win some, you lose some, I guess. then, second big thing was I got into a car accident going into my senior year of high school. A kid who I knew, and I knew his family too, was on a dirt bike. He was 14, I believe, at the time. I was driving this way, so if you can imagine, and he was driving this way. So we met like right here. He did a U-turn, hitting my car, the front end of my car, and had to get his leg amputated. So as a driver, I felt like it was my fault, and police said it was my fault, and whatever. I don't know. It was heartbreaking, for me. I was like, I just ruined this kid's life. I couldn't face myself. I couldn't face my family. I became emotionally unstable. Everything would just bother me. And not one time did I ever sit down and just be like, God, God, just come into me, come in and give you my everything. Like, God, just help me. I never prayed. I never read the word of God. I was just feeling like I needed more of everything. I turned to clothes, to guys, to drinking, to anything you can possibly imagine, except for what I needed in my life, which I guess is a lot of people's problems. You get stuck on your own earthly ways, but ended up going to my senior year of high school. Going into that, I kind of just messed up. Like, man, I was not a good person. You wouldn't want to be around me. I was traumatized, and there was no way for anyone to help me. None. I didn't want any help. I just wanted to be left alone. I would just sit in my room and just cry all the time, and oh man, it was not good. Not good. So my senior year, I go into school, and I was getting harassed at school. People saying like, oh, you meant to do this, like, oh, you purposely hurt this kid, like, oh, you meant to hit this kid. Like, yeah, like, I would really ever mean to do that to a person and have to deal with this emotionally and have him suffer like that? No. But I had to drop out of high school and become cyber schooled, and then you have people who are like, oh, I hear you're pregnant. Like, oh, I hear you have no friends. Like, yeah, that's true. I really don't have any friends. Like, still to this day, I only have one true best friend. One. And, well, besides God, of course. And besides my mom. But her name is London Dickey. Hi, London. I know you're going to be watching this, so I love you. Shout out. Twitter. Her Twitter account is Lundy, Londy, 37. Follower. She's amazing. Amazing girl. Best friend forever and ever and ever. And she's like the only person I ever hang out with. Because she's so strong in her faith too. So like, we just kind of have like Bible studies, or like, well, like, I don't know, we're always talking about God, because that's like pretty much what our life revolves around. No, actually it is what our life revolves around. But anyways, so after I left high school, I was in this rut, like this, like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I would just sleep all day. I mean, really, honestly, okay, come on, like, your senior year, you don't do anything, really, honestly. For real, like, you don't do anything. You're accepted into college, like, and at that point you're kind of like, all right, like, I don't have to do anything. So I was pretty much doing nothing at my house, miserable. That's that, miserable. I couldn't wait to leave. I couldn't wait to get out of this town. I couldn't wait to get away from these people here that have this little warped figure of me in their mind, and it just destroyed me. It destroyed me mentally. It destroyed me physically. Things just weren't good. So I left. And I went to school. And in my mind, I was like, wow, freedom. Yeah, wasn't freedom. I got caught up in the life of partying and drinking and smoking and manipulating and deceiving people and lying to my mom and my best friend, who has continuously strived to push me into my faith. And I couldn't, I didn't know. I you know, I just fell into this world of self-pity, um, from all my past experiences. And I was losing my best friend. And at that point, I was telling people that I love God and kind of trying to make it seem like I was like so in touch with God, and really I wasn't at all. I was stuck in my own selfish ways, and I didn't really think about anyone except for myself. I met some amazing people at school. Oh my gosh, amazing, amazing. They're such good people. I love them. But I wasn't who I am and who I was supposed to be, and I was not that person. A lot of people were calling me a fake Christian, and I was. I was horrible. I was not a good person. I was deceitful. Like when I tell you I was really a horrible person, I was. Then this is me confessing my earthly ways to everyone out there. I was bad. From my dad having a stroke, from this car accident, to minor bumps in the road, I always turned my cheek from God. Instead of just letting Him in and embracing how powerful He is, I turned away. And my mom, I remember one day, she goes, Deanna, you know, things aren't gonna go good for you if you keep this life up, because I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing. I was like, you're right. You have no idea. Like, I thought I was tricking her. You're right, I wasn't. So, this is really where I found God. This is the hardest thing to talk about, because this was a changing point in my life. And what is the scariest thing that a woman can even imagine going through? So, to everyone out there who has gone through this or knows somebody who has been through this, I just want to say that I love you. And I'm here, and so is God. And He's the only one that can get you through this. Be strong. We're women, and we're strong. Everyone's strong in this world, especially when you have God. When I turned my cheek on God, I didn't know that He had such a plan for me. And what happened was, I got sexually assaulted by a man that I knew. And in that moment, when he locked the door behind him, the man that I trusted, when he locked that door behind him, when he looked at me, and when I knew what was happening, I felt helpless. I broke down. I was crying. I tried to get away. I tried everything I possibly could to escape this reality. I just remember just trying to get out of this man's grip. I mean, I had bruises. Just things that you don't even want to see and you can't even imagine. And when he was on top of me, God, it's seriously horrible, like, to talk about. It's like, God, I don't want anyone to ever have to go through what I went through. It's so sad that people do. It's so just, when that happened, I remember in that second, that instant, praying to God. As this man is talking to me and saying these horrifying things to me and doing things to me that were so disgusting, filthy, unimaginable, and just, I prayed to God that I would get out of there alive. And in that second, when I was so fearful of everything and had nowhere to turn, God picked me up. He really did. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, from that moment on, my life changed. I instantly felt God's presence. I instantly felt, I knew he was there. I knew he was real. I knew he was alive inside of me. I knew I had to change everything that I was doing for him, for myself, for my family, for my best friend, for everyone around me who's going through this. God is the only person that can meet every single need that you have. I remember sitting there in my bed and crying and praying to God. I was saying, God, man, do I tell my mom? Do I tell my dad? How do I let my mom know that her baby girl got raped? Saying that word is so hard even. Like, it's like, you're never gonna do it again. Like, this guy, he's just he's a loser. He's a loser. You know. And I told her, and I went to the hospital and got a rape kit done. And that's all really besides the point. I'm here. And I'm so in love with God and where he's put me. And I know that God didn't do this. And I've learned to forgive the people that don't know. I forgave him. And from that, all the pain that I had in my life has been gone. And I'm 100,000,000,000% dedicated to God. And that's my testimony. And I'm sober. And I will find a guy who loves me. And I don't need anyone else besides God. And you don't either. And I'm not having sex until marriage now. Yay! Oh man, I'm just so happy, even after everything I went through. It's made me such a good person, and my best friend has grown from it, and I'm growing from her, and I'm meeting amazing people along the way. I got the chance to go to Creation. Amazing, amazing. If you ever have the chance to go, go. I'm trying so hard to just volunteer with a lot of things, and my church is amazing. If you're in the Pennsylvania region, go to Pocono Community Church. It changed my life. I got baptized there. It's perfect. It's like new generation kind of thing, non-denominational, because I believe in God and I believe in Jesus and really everything in between. I don't know. I just love God. I love Jesus. I know they're real inside of me, and I know that the Bible is my counseling. And I love you all. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was really long. I kind of have a crazy little mess of a life going on, but not anymore. Finally found the answers to everything. If you guys can maybe pray for my dad, it would be awesome. I know I tweeted about that earlier, but alright. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all.